My name is Mike Opels. My position is project manager with the plant East Group. Current duties are I'm supporting some federal projects in Kingsport, Tennessee, Radford, Virginia, and Oak Ridge, Tennessee. I found my way to Garney. I was working on a project in southeast Missouri before hiring on with Garney, and we were installing some process equipment on this project. And I got a call from that equipment manufacturer, said, hey, we've got a couple guys with another contractor that want to come take a look at your installation. Would you be cool with that? And I said, sure, bring them on. So a couple of Garney guys came down to our job site. I gave them a tour, showed them kind of means and methods of installation of this equipment. And we kind of just kept in touch. Got a call a few years later, said, hey, would you be interested in talking to us? And I said, absolutely. And the rest is kind of history. My favorite Garney memory, I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to pick out just one. I like to develop, just a culture on the job site where we can all have a really good time while we're at work, while we're also working very hard. Oftentimes we spend more times with our coworkers than we're able to with our families sometimes. So I would say that my favorite memories are just those that are built working with fellow EOs on the job site. My favorite goal or philosophy, I think there's probably two. Let's call it a tie. I really like integrity is the shortest path to success and win-win. With integrity, that just to me embodies Garney and how we approach our work, how we treat others, how we treat the community, and how we treat our clients. To me, that's paramount for success. With win-win, we're in business to make money, but we also have to keep in mind that without our customers and clients, we don't have work. So finding solutions that benefit both of us is really beneficial. I grew up in McHenry, Illinois, which is about 50 miles northwest of Chicago. My parents both worked really hard to raise myself and my brother. My dad had a plumbing contracting company, and my mom worked for the school district. But we spent a lot of times outdoors on the river, fishing, but then also doing fun stuff in Chicago, going to Cubs games and sporting events and such. So growing up, what career did I want to pursue? I think there's probably many. At one time, maybe I wanted to be a basketball player, but I just stopped growing at the age of 10. I think there was a time where I wanted to be a teacher. When I graduated high school, I went into trade school and actually just worked in the trades and worked for my dad for a few years before I decided to go back to school and realized that construction is kind of what I was passionate about and wanted to pursue. Hobbies that I have outside of work. If I'm not spending time with my wife and my kids, I'm usually out on the water chasing trout with a fly rod in my hand. So I love fly fishing, I love being outside. That's primarily where you'll find me if I'm not either working or with my family. Who inspires me? I think there's probably three groups. First, my parents. They worked really hard and were very selfless in raising, myself and my brother to give us everything that, we needed and provided a lot for us. Two would be my wife and my kids. They're the reason that I get up and do what I do every day. And three would be probably my, coworkers, fellow employee owners. They inspire me on a day-to-day basis. They push me to do the best that I can, and when we're working together and solving problems, that energizes me to see them do well and our project succeed is awesome. How do I handle challenges and or failure? So challenges are something that we deal with on a regular basis in our industry. So the way that we need to approach them is it's an opportunity to solve a problem. We're going to have challenges. What's important is how we address those. So we want to run towards those issues and meet those challenges head on and work through them as a team. How do I calm myself down in times of stress? I would say doing something physical is usually helpful for me. So if I have a really stressful day, going on a run or jumping on the bike usually helps me kind of de-stress. Spending time with family is always kind of something that helps me as well. And then getting outside, and like I said, I really enjoy fly fishing. So if I can get out on the stream and kind of get out, away from it all and get some quiet and a little zen time, that's usually what I do.